song from Spirit. Get a piece of wall art that looks so good on the wall, people that see can also hear it, hear it, hear it. Only at Spirit. Hey there! Hey there! Hey there! Are you tired of looking at that blank space on the wall? If so, go to Spirit and get you some nice pictures to H. You can get them for yourself or be off the Spirit. If you don't family need more, overall great gifts that last years and years. Like the Spirit. Home decorations and mixes I want. And having class is your sport. You'll have a classy side. Spirit. Choose from our selection to get the most uncool wallet for an opening season discount now. Since you have that classy style. Choose from our selection to get the most uncool wallet for an opening season discount now. Oh yeah, get them the music right after what you like. Hey there. Are you tired of looking at that blank space on the wall? If so, go to
Yes, yes. Peace and salutes to the realist. It's the realist. All praise to the Creator. Thank you, Holy Father, for another one. Please continue to bless us and protect us, and let your enemies be the sacrifice. I rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus, man. We got a nice one for y'all today, man. Real interesting, and there's a twist, like it's almost like a plot twist at the end, but it's not. I had so many decisions on different ways to make a thumbnail for this shit. I couldn't just put it there all. So let's get right to it. So we got some articles pulled up. Let's see if we could get through this pretty quickly. Right, so there is a connection between Disney and Epstein Island. As a matter of fact, let's just go to the article that deal with that right now, because I don't know what it say. Oh, damn, son, I think I deleted that joint by accident. Nah. So somebody came out with a fake story, said that Disney bought Epstein Island. Oh shit, look, they go to. So there's claims out there that say that Disney did send ships over there, and there's claims out there saying that that these people, they denying any relationship between Disney. But we don't need it. The concept of Pinocchio, the Island of Fun from Disney, right? A Walt Disney production. Like, first of all, it's 2026, and people should be well aware that there's all type of negative things associated with Walt Disney and his creation of the theme parks and the cartoons associated with Disney. To this day, Disney is shown with the 666 in their name, right? You can see the 666 there. And one of its acquisitions was Hulu. So Disney and Hulu. And Hulu is short for Cthulhu. If y'all didn't know, Cthulhu is a form of the devil, Satan. Hulu and Cthulhu. Look at that. Hulu and Cthulhu. Right. Hulu and Cthulhu. So man, yeah, they definitely down with each other. Look, the people already made this shit. Right? They already know what it is. So Hulu with Cthulhu, son, that's exactly what Hulu is from, the word Cthulhu. Which is this, right? Some shit that they done made talking about the oldest bang in the world, right? So people associate that shit with Satan. So, all right. So in the Island of Fun in Pinocchio, first of all, Pinocchio weird any goddamn way. Pinocchio dealing with a whole, he's not a robot, he's a wooden boy. It's just like the movie AI followed this little boy around who's an android. And the fairy godmother was the fairy godmother from this movie or this story, Pinocchio. Right? And so she used the Anunnaki cone on him and made him a real boy, but for the purpose of what? For the purpose to go to Pleasure Island? How the fairy godmother ain't know about that? Pixel T, Peace Queen, salutes to you. She say Pinocchio was a golem. Yeah. Definitely. Let's go ahead. Let's put that out there. You right. Pinocchio is a golem. Computer. What is a GOLEM?
A golem is a creature from Jewish folklore, typically made of clay or mud and brought to life through mystical rituals. It's like a magical robot protector, often associated with the famous story of Rabbi Judah Loew in 16th century Prague.
So first of all right, thank you. First of all, look at that pinky sticking out. And second of all, that's like a fraternity, sorority. That's like one of the Greek lettering symbols is that pinky sticking out, and then that's the cone that the Anunnaki used to control brains.
I'm not quite following all of that. What would you like me to help you with?
Nah, you good.
All right. Sounds like we're all set then.
So let's go ahead. That's a good one. That's a good one, Pixel T. There it is here, Gollum. Let's switch them around real quick. They talking about the science in the image. It's supposed to be a person of heroism. The gods. Get that? Isn't that interesting? So look, this bring about what is people then, right? What is people to these people? Because y'all know that I already talked about how these people is aliens. So look, Pleasure Island, she didn't know he was going to Pleasure Island. She was Ghislaine Maxwell to Gestapo Epstein. Is that it? I ain't doing that lineup. Y'all just have to use y'all mind to think about it. So what's the name? Gestapo, who made Pinocchio, and then Ghislaine Maxwell. Oh, the fairy godmother. Let's see if there's a scene of them together. Fairy godmother and Gestapo. Giuseppe from Pinocchio, man. I don't know. I don't think. Ew. Wait a minute. That bitch. She played the blue godmother. This the bitch that be on Ariana Grande and that some shit. She played the fairy godmother. Yo, that bitch ugly, son. I do not like her, yo. What was her name? Aribo. I do not like her. That's England's bitch. See, that's how England put them black women down. Because they pick her, they act like she the best bitch in the world. Like, hold on a second, you ain't the best woman in the world. Ain't shit about, I don't like nothing about her. I ain't see shit she was in. But I heard she was in Harriet Tubman. She was in, I don't know what the fuck. She and Ariana Grande going through what they going through. And they got snuck. Yeah, weird shit. Like, first of all, grow some goddamn hair. For real. Like, that shit ain't attractive. So she might be a lesbian, right? Them lesbian bitches. Hey, look. What was the movie? Fifth Element, son. The Fifth Element. The women guards of the singer. I don't know. Right, them girls I was with. Look, there you go. I was when I seen that, because back then, bald-headed women, no, it was none of that. This shit right here was brand spanking new. Nobody was even thinking about no bald-headed women, on purpose bald-headed. You know what I'm saying? On purpose bald-headed, like it's swag. No, that's some European shit. Shorty they straight came from England with that shit. You know what I mean? She started talking to the door and shit. She started talking through the door, custom design. Yeah. That's the only picture. That's cool. But yeah, yo, you know what I mean? She was, you know what I mean? She didn't look like she had an issue. She just bald headed though, and I was like, I don't know, like she's supposed to be a little man, and they see that's that gay shit. That's that gay shit because we ain't see it. What first of all, it wasn't no stats back in the 90s. This right here was some shit like I don't know what she was into, right? But they put Chris Tucker as a whole effeminate. The whole movie, he was like Corbin, like doing all that shit, right? Like, and he out there chilling with he on goddamn Pedophile Island. He on there with Gasoline Maxwell, Chris Tucker, and Gasoline. See, he with them people. They wanted him to. You don't play no tough guy, no positive black man or no shit. Play, be this female. Do this for us, Smokey. Go out there. You know what I mean? Like they took Smokey. He was like a hood icon because he kind of made weed. People see that weed was like a non-lethal drug. Like it was associated with piehead and funniness and humor and shit like that. And so back then, yeah, shit like Cheech and Chong, they start making hella bread after this came out, after this concept of smoking weed and all this and shit. Because people go look it up. Weed comedies and shit. So anyways, yeah, though, they brought this bitch. I remember seeing it. It was like, yeah, yo, that shit was like, yeah, she kind of, like what it was, it's like they was trying to make gay men potentially, like it was making people think about gay men, right? Because he was like gay. He was on some gay shit. And it's like, damn, but we don't know Smokey as gay. So it's like, you know what I mean? It was like, what in the world what is he going through? You know what I'm saying? Like he a character, and everybody loved Bruce. Yo, Bruce Willis was cool and accepted, man. Why would Bruce Willis? Oh, no, man. This the industry, dog. Look, they made a space movie in the industry manner. I don't know if he even made a movie after this shit, man. He got so much rush hour money that he's good. He got Friday, Rush Hour, Fifth Element money. He's like a Star Wars character, man. But check it. Being a Star Wars character, would that get you? Out there with Gasoline Maxwell. Look, she was a fan. And now we hear him and his opinion now more often. Y'all seen it? He been sharing his opinion lately. Like he funny. And so if he were to ever like say do a stand-up, he would be doing what Hassan Campbell was doing. He would be attracting all the people that would give him a pass and trying to get them to unite or show out or whatever like that. Like he trying to attract like minds. People that will be capricious and don't hold none against them. You know what I mean? And that's what's wrong with the people. It's the corrupted people, the godless people. You know what I mean? The people against God, futile, etc., man. And this man, you know what I mean? He probably made that whole movie like they probably, if he signed on to this shit, they wrote the whole movie around this man. Like they wrote the movie around the fact that Chris Tucker was good with the shit. Like, yeah, all right, I'll do it. Gotta come through for the white man one time, Smokey. You know what I'm saying? Gotta come through for the white man one time. One good time, Smokey. One good time, Smokey. What are you willing to do, Smokey? All these black people like you. you smoking weed, all these black people like you. You could what they say, maneuver, like you could manipulate people, right? Look, they took people high there, marijuana induced high, right? And they created this channel where they would put that high at, or what they created a concept that they was going to manipulate people while they was high. So they was like plotting around the concept of when they get high and watch this movie, they're gonna, under the influence, watch this movie and shit. That's messed up, man. That's what I'm saying. And so, shit, Lost in Paradise was a spaceship. That shit was a spaceship. And we was talking about carnivals and circuses and all that type of thing, right? And so, shit, spaceship is a hell of a traveling circus and carnival. And so I guess they be like, that is a frame. That is a framework. Is a carnival. It's like, so if you want to make a treatment like a movie script, right? You can make it where it's somebody going, the viewer is going through a carnival or a circus, and that'd be a movie. You know what I'm saying? And so everything that you apply in the script, as far as what the camera is supposed to see, would be like a person is walking through an amusement park. And that's what the people that want to plot control in the world, that's how they want to look at it. They want the world to be an amusement park for the elites. And they would try to get the people to be subject to all that. But God is great, like your Heavenly Father. It's the Father's kingdom instead that is ruling the world, not some worldly plan of manipulating and putting suffering on the people and things like that. And so shame on Chris Tucker then. Believe it or not, this was in the 90s. Shame on Chris Tucker then. Shame on Chris Tucker now. He think we care. He was Michael Jackson's friend. Hold on. He think we care that he was Michael Jackson's friend. Michael Jackson and Epstein, dog. Why they ain't talking about that? You know why they're not talking about that part? It's because the dang on industry, son. The industry, dog. That, MJ was all of that. All of that, son. MJ was a beast, a monster, man. He done gave up on the physical world, son. His whole hair is burnt down. His nose fucked up. He got vitiligo. You know what I'm saying? Real, she was like a little man. It's like shit, man. You know them people. You ever met them people that gave up? They're like, they don't see no hope. They done did so much evil, right? That they going all the way with it, right? They going all the way with it. They're like, look, man, shit. You know what I mean? They trying to outweigh the believers in God, right? They trying to outlast them and shit. And so they hold out like a stubborn person, like a stiff-necked, don't want to listen, stubborn person and shit, like, in the Michael Jackson way, right? When he was like, yo, this meatball done did so much shit, people can go, but if they ever find out that he was a petty and he done did all that shit for them, you know what I mean? Like they'll be like, oh shit, son. Like, oh shit, like yeah, man. Oh shit. Yo, Michael Jackson was down. Why people think Michael Jackson was cool, man? What the fuck wrong? Hey yo, when you see Michael Jackson when he wasn't burnt the fuck up, he was, oh my lord. Listen, man, listen, man. Like real shit. Oh, what is that? A white tiger hat? Uh-huh. Look, didn't I tell y'all about the white tigers? How you got that hat? Because the white tiger represent the white European, so to speak, to the Orientals, the Oriental Asian people. In Asia, like the symbol for the white man, YT, you know what I'm saying? Is the white tiger, right? And this is related to the Siberian tiger, which is only found in Siberia. All right, so it's a Siberian heritage emblem for so-called Europeans. And it's Siberia. And so Siberia is the step before you get the ice bridge to the North Pole. And that is the step before actual entering into that pocket of air. Pixel T says Disney seems to just be Kabbalistic mysticism. Yes, that's a good way to put it. I mean, Kabbalistic mysticism is the gentilic version of Africanized relays. You know what I'm saying? You could call it maybe the melodic / gentilic of the origin. It's kind of make fun of us that we are treated like puppets. That's what I'm saying. It's what it got to do with humans, right? What it got to do with people. And so what I'm shit. Why did the fairy godmother exist and not tell him or prevent him from being on that island? It's showing you what they doing with their idea of that magic. And God bless and protect us. It's kind of make fun. Diddy and Jay-Z are the fox and the cat from the movie Working for the Fat Old Man, aka Epstein. Cynthia Erivo is really creepy. She plays a Jesus Christ superstar. What? Pixel T with the yo salute Queen. What? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. All right, this is Michael Jackson, man. Michael Jackson, yeah, man. That was that creepy shit right there, y'all. He was guilty. And what it shows is the system, the people that was sending their kids to him, right? The groomers was sending their kids to him. That's how Usher got the P. Diddy's Flavor Camp, right? So we see through that shit. Yo, listen, she ugly as shit. Only a demon would think like, yeah, I love me some Revo Grande. What's her name? Revo Grande, goddamn. I can't wait to see this bitch, Revo Grande. Yeah, damn. Them bitches do need to merge. That's she probably a little better than if they put them two bitches together. Because there was something wrong with Ariana Grande and Erivo. Yeah, bring them two up. They said they lost a Grammy. Nah, they lost a Grammy because of their creepiness. And she looked like a whole predator. Computer. What's the age difference between Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande?
Cynthia Erivo is 6 years older than Ariana Grande.
6 years. 6 years. Yo, first of all, I ain't open image new tab. I ain't know that Ariana Grande was so weird. Like, I was out of the whole pop and what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I knew Beyonce, goddamn Aaliyah, Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige, shit like that. Ariana Grande was like, was she part of 3LV or something? Computer. Was Ariana Grande a part of 3LV or some singer group before she became solo artist? No, she was from Disney. Oh.
Ariana Grande wasn't part of a singing group before her solo career. She started as an actress in Broadway and Nickelodeon shows, then launched her music career in 2011.
Did she ever work for Disney?
Ariana Grande hasn't been a Disney star, but she has worked with Disney. She performed in Disney Parks' Christmas Day Parade and Radio Disney Music Awards, sang for the We Love Disney album, and appeared on the Disney Family Sing-Along.
Okay. Thank you. So is her eyes natural?
You're welcome. Happy to help
Computer.
you, Ariana.
Is Ariana Grande's eyes naturally that big?
Ariana Grande's eye appearance has changed over time. While some fans speculate about plastic surgery, others suggest makeup techniques and different camera angles could explain the changes.
We need to see a side by side because she looked
I don't
like.
have those specific side-by-side images right now. Would you like me to find some general photos of Ariana Grande from different years instead?
Yes.
Sure. I'll find some photos of Ariana Grande from different years for you.
Thank you. Let me know after looking at them what your opinion is about whether or not that was plastic surgery or not.
Ariana Grande has publicly addressed plastic surgery speculation, stating she's never had a nose job, boob job, or fox eye lift. However, she has admitted to using fillers and Botox in the past, though she stopped about 4 years ago.
Oh, this bitch came out with the symbol of the hearts and shit. Get the F out of here. That shit, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, that shit's gay. Like, if any dude doing that. But I don't know, at the same time, this shit is like, nah, yo, y'all trying to make that shit normal. Nah, I don't know about all that, man. Doing the little heart symbol and shit. What the fuck? Throwing up the heart symbol like it's a gang symbol. That's just crazy to me, man. Hold on. That's just weird. Like, that's like some shit a little chick would do on the little K-pop, Korean, Korean Instagram shit. And they still do this dumbass shit whole time. When the fuck was that? She came from Nickelodeon. That's Canadian. Nickelodeon is computer. Was Nickelodeon Canadian?
Yes, there was a Canadian version of Nickelodeon. It was a Canadian English language specialty channel.
Computer stop. Who ran Nickelodeon? Computer. Who created Nickelodeon?
Dr. Vivian Horner created Nickelodeon in 1977. She developed the first show, Pinwheel, which aired on an early cable system in Ohio before launching nationally on April 1st, 1979.
April 1st, 1979, on April Fool's Day. What is Nickelodeon?
Yep, that's right. Nickelodeon launched on April 1st, 1979. Quite the April Fool's Day surprise for kids everywhere. Want to hear about other surprising April Fool's Day launches throughout history?
Yes.
Did you know Google launched Gmail on April Fool's Day in 2004? They claimed it offered a whopping 1 gigabyte of storage. Pretty bold for a joke.
So, what does Nickelodeon mean?
Nickelodeon originally meant an early movie theater where you could watch films for just a nickel. It's a combination of nickel for the 5-cent admission and Odeon from ancient Greek for a roofed theater. Want to hear more about those early Nickelodeon movie theaters and how they shaped entertainment?
Yeah.
Early Nickelodeons were tiny storefront theaters that showed short films for just a nickel. They started in 1905 and quickly spread across America, showing continuous movies to working-class audiences. These theaters were often crowded and basic, but they made movies accessible to everyone. Want to know how these early Nickelodeons eventually evolved into the movie theaters we have today?
So, how old was Ariana Grande when she first came out with her first song, and what was the name of her first song?
Ariana Grande was 18 years old when she released her first song, Put Your Hearts Up, in 2011.
How long has Ariana Grande been working to be a singer before she put out her first song?
Ariana Grande started working towards her music career in 2008 when she began acting on Broadway. She gained prominence on Nickelodeon's Victorious in 2010 and signed with Republic Records in August 2011, releasing her first song, Put Your Hearts Up, that December.
2011. That's when her first song came out. Repeat that.
Ariana Grande's first song, Put Your Hearts Up, was released on December 12, 2011.
Damn. So how old is she?
Ariana Grande is 32 years old.
She came out on her she came out on her 18th birthday.
Ariana Grande was born on June 26, 1993, and released her first song, Put Your Hearts Up, on December 12, 2011, when she was 18 years old.
Okay, so how many years before she was 18 do you think she was working to be a singer?
Ariana Grande started working towards her music career in 2008 at age 15, about 3 years before her first song release at 18.
So from 15, so what's the grooming age ratio that matches? Don't it look like she was groomed until she hit 18 and then she was in the industry?
Ariana Grande started her career at 15 on Broadway, then gained fame on Nickelodeon at 17. Her music career began at 18, showing a natural progression rather than any unusual grooming pattern.
So where is she from originally, and who are her parents' ethnic origins countries?
Grande was born in Boca Raton, Florida. Her father, Edward Butera, has Italian roots, while her mother, Joan Grande, is of Sicilian and Abruzzese descent.
So she is 1,000% Sicilian Italian?
Ariana Grande is of Italian descent, with Sicilian and Abruzzese roots. While she's often described as Italian American, Her family tree is actually quite diverse.
Well, you said both her parents are from Italy. So how diverse is that?
Ariana Grande's heritage is primarily Italian, with both parents having Italian roots.
All right.
However, her family tree includes Sicilian, Abruzzese, and some Irish ancestry, making her background more diverse than just Sicilian Italian.
So, all right. Sicily and Italy. If they was just called Italy, she's Italian. But what Irish roots does she have if both her parents came from Italy area?
Ariana Grande's heritage is primarily Italian, with both parents having Italian roots. While her family tree is mostly Sicilian and Abruzzese, there might be some Irish ancestry, though it's not well documented.
How do you know about it?
I'm not sure what specific information you're asking about. Could you clarify what you're referring to?
Yes, how do you know about the Irish ancestry of Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande's father, Edward Butera, has Italian American and Irish ancestry. Would you like to know more about her family tree?
Oh no. Yes. Yes.
I'm not quite sure what you're asking about. Could you help me understand what specific information you're looking for?
I just said yes.
Got it. Thanks for chatting about Ariana Grande's background.
Oh man. Anyways, so she all the way Italian. Wow. Why I keep thinking, I don't know, man. I just never thought that she was all Italian like that. Shorty said Sicilian and Italian. Oh, man. It's kind of all right. Diddy and Jay-Z are the fox and the cat in the movie. She plays Jesus Christ. First of all, and then how you gonna play Jesus Christ if you don't want? How you play Jesus? See, that's what Broadway be doing. Ain't that some Broadway shit? And so Ariana Grande from Broadway, Serenity and Erivo be doing Broadway. But they said that she was in Broadway before she was dropped a movie, a music album. So that means that that Broadway shit is one of them arts and crafts in type situations. She all the way Italian though. That's wild. So what y'all think about her eyes, man? How she get eyes like that? He worked for Big Worm Parasite, and he had an ice cream truck feeding the community parasites and then providing them drugs. Yeah, that shit was negative as heck. But I still got the presentation though, man. That was just like a whole side country. It wasn't a side bar. It was a side. It was a little side country. Man. So this is from the Pinocchio. You know what I'm saying? Broadway be traveling like the circuses. Broadway is traveling acts too. When they get on stage and they do what, you know what I mean? They do what they do. When you go on tour, it's like, you know the route to get there. So you know what you're going to be, you know what to expect to a certain degree. They're talking about kidnapping children. They talking about kidnapping children. And Orlando Brown, seen here, had grew up in the industry and had told us about what that is. Right? This is Pinocchio. And they said that it was turning this man or turning these kids into donkeys. You know what I'm saying? Pedophile slang for child sodomy, panda eyes. When a child is forcibly sodomized, its eyes can welt to black circles due to the blunt trauma involved, making their eyes look like that of like pandas. There's apparel selling online that says panda eyes on it for a pedo community, as well as many pedophiles joking about this online with each other talking about kids. There's many innocent symbols and codes they use to reference their deviant perversions, like pizza for little girl lover and hot dogs, little boy lover. Pandas are one of their symbols. Believe it or not, nah, I ain't gonna say that, but it's saying here that there's many symbols that they use. Cheese pizza tells others they like little girls, while pepperoni pizza says they like little boys, and that's the concept of panda eyes. And so Orlando Brown told us that, right? Orlando Brown told us that, and you got Florida sheriff doing all type of sex ring busts. He really do arrest thousands of sex operation participants and include hundreds of Disney workers over the years, if not thousands, but hundreds of Disney workers have been caught up in those rings. So the Disney Cruise Line is got the blue stripes just like Pedophile Island. Y'all see that? The cruise line got the blue stripes on there, just like Epstein Island's temple. Look at him. And so the Epstein files is the UFO files, man. Like, these people in Hollywood is just messing around. Everything is a mockery or a joke to them. They don't take none serious, and nothing mean anything to them, right? Except for not be exposed. And so they may have did this to show that there is the Nephilim, they is the of renown and shit. Like, they is zombies and shit. They is trying to, you know what I mean? Yo, listen. So yeah, though, shout out to the chat though. Shout out to the chat, man. These people are the aliens. These people are you know what I mean? That's Trump talking to an alien. A silver haired, but he not old. Right? His bloodline is, some other shit. He an alien. Think about it. back in them days. That shit is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. When the dude is like, you want to see my spaceship? And so that's England playing a part in the shit, saying that that's what goes on. That them people with UFOs be picking people up and telling them that they world, that the end of them in that world is them ascending to another level. Look, this man definitely is a reptilian, though, man. Look at that mouth. Straight demon. Got blood on his gums, blood on his lips. And everything they doing is like they just clowning around. Check it. Clowning around. Dangerous shit with the traveling circuses and shit they got control over. This is why people say that the reptilians got control over media. It's because, you know, all these things going on, and it seemed like it's clearly a cover-up, that people are involved with this going away. And so that's, you know, that's like breaking or bending justice to the point where it's like, it's not no justice. It's real life. These people is able to break the law. And so Marjorie Green Taylor claims Trump feared Epstein files will hurt his friends. Computer, who was the president at the time of Epstein's suicide?
Donald Trump was the U.S. president when Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide on August 10, 2019.
Mm-hmm. Donald Trump was the president, y'all. Donald Trump was the president. Donald Trump was the president. I don't know, man. I don't know. So Donald Trump was the president, man. So yeah, it was Trump for real. Allegedly, is what some people have already said. That's what I heard. But this is something that is like connected. Like, who was Dave Chappelle really talking about? And so who he's talking about is the Epstein people, man. They said he a clone. You know what I'm saying? And then when you look at the concept of cloning, you had these people show up talking about there was a clone. And then you got people putting their own 2 cents to certain situations and calling people clones when they see them. They know that some ain't right. These people is all type clones. And y'all see how they look just like the same people claiming to be clones look just like the AI that they brought out for a short time, who they said was the first AI rapper. And so that shit is dumb. It's dumb. Just like people who think they getting success out here. They fallen angel and they stupid. Like why? I don't know, man. These people are what? I mean, it's just this is simple. Simplicity. Pixel T said, damn, she just found videos of Pinocchio pizza places and commercials. Pinocchio's Pizza. Damn, that's a whole damn. And so this shit been going on for a minute, man. Like they got all type of people who is pretending to be crash outs and all this other shit, and celebrities and people and shit. Like they all, it's connected. Even his teeth is fucked up. The same. Look at his teeth fucked up. Look at his teeth, man. Look, little baby gums. Right? He had the big gums. He had the big gums and little teeth and shit. But it's like, yo, that's what you call a predator, man. That's what you call a predator. And the predators is what? Reptilians. You know what I'm saying? Like these people had conspiracy rumors about them being clones. They said Gucci Man is a clone. That's a good one. They said Gucci Man was a clone. Like, damn, Gucci. Like, you know, it was like at a time where everybody was basically had been said anything that's conspiratorial has something to do with the white world. Right? White people was talking about it, and then Gucci Man was like the first. You know what I mean? Like there's some highly technological alien tech was used on him. So then Kodak Black, the same shit had happened to Kodak. Well, I think Kodak back now. Like the Kodak that we see now. But back in the days, he said the real Kodak was still locked up on an island. And so Kodak did a song with Travis Scott and Offset. Right? And on the cover, this is what you see. 2018. he made this cover. And it's like he covered with blood or some type of like a shapeshifter, reptilian. Like, I don't know if that's blood splatter. The Walt Disney Pictures logo is Ellen DeGeneres got it. Cruise line for Disney, Little St. James. That's the island, Epstein Island, Little St. James. So the Disney Cruise Line for Little St. James and Epstein Island is the same. Like he part of Disney or some shit, man. And Anne Hatch, she was assassinated. Anne Hatch, she was assassinated. Word up. Now we getting into the realest, stillest, holy fieldest. And I'm gonna change this to be the thumbnail because people don't wanna you're gonna have to give it a minute to get to it. See, if people would have known that it's something about that video, they'll wait to this point. So we had an hour. Good. But let's change that shit to yeah. Because now we get to the good part. Do y'all know what that is? Do you know? Do you know what that is? Pixel T with the Yo says Ellen frequently had comedy skits in reference to weird, dark humor about kids and invited them on her show. Invited them often on her show. Oh, really? So the Patty Ring super base has been shut down, detonated. And so it's all because the Epstein files and the alien files, UFO files, the Diddy tapes. And so what's that really, man? That shit right there. Look. That's the Intergalactic Federation of Aliens. That's their logo. That's their logo, man. And so remember these. Da-da. That's it. All right. And so now let's duplicate that. That's the build, y'all. So now we're gonna add, see where this belongs. And the schizine things. I'm trying to get to just that flag. All right. No negativity allowed, man. All right, so watch this. All right, so bong bong, bring this up. Oh, wait. Duplicate that. Pairs, threes. Cosmic order. Universe. There we go. Y'all ever heard of a three-ring circus? Y'all ever heard of the three-body problem? Pixel T with Yo said there's a rumor that she's going blind. I think it might have something to do with cannibalism side effects. And I think Celine Dion's stiff person disease might be side effects too. That's why they look like those little monsters, little zombies on They Live. I never got that. Like, why would they make the aliens look like that? You know what I'm saying? But now I see they talking about the fallen that they're trying to resurrect the wicked of the old days. So let's go ahead and throw that in now. Let's throw that in now. And, yeah, let's look at that. Temple and spirit of man. All right. So it's really the temple. Like, how could, yeah, okay, they did that. Man, it's supposed to be mental, soul, body. They're stupid. But you get the point with the outer court, inner court, holy of holies. That's three. And so this concept of three as like a basis to something. So it's the moon goddesses, and it's summaries. You know what I mean, for the whole world, like the mind, because it's a mind, body, and a soul. And so the three is like that. Like every one thing is three things. Right. So they talking about the earth. And I'm gonna just go ahead and show it. They're talking about the earth. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Type shit. So that would explain the three different sizes of people. That explains the three different sizes of people. So yeah, the fractal of that three in the temple, in the building itself, in the pillars that hold it up, and in the world. All right, and so if we start, let's get a couple pictures of those monolithic. They're talking about the world. And so, all right, so that's talking about those those pillars they had left in the world. So that's pretty much it, man. We got it. So we got like the teaching, the geometric overstanding or understandings, the masonry, the pillars, the concept of self, right? The temple, physical temple, the bodily temple. Then we got these megalithic structures made in that image. And then you got the three body problem, talking about what people have been showing symbolism, three ring circus, independent order of odd fellows. So that white stripe, that's with Epstein Island. And so let's pull up the Jewish flag, the Jewish state flag. Jewish state flag, and they got these things, these blue stripes. But you know who else got blue stripes? King Tut. Computer, was there pedophilia going on in ancient Egypt legally amongst the royals?
Ancient Egyptian records don't show evidence of institutionalized pedophilia among royalty. Their marriage practices focused on maintaining royal bloodlines through sibling unions, not underage relationships. The historical evidence we have suggests they prioritized dynastic continuity through family marriages rather than exploiting power dynamics with minors.
What civilization, country, or nation did?
What would you like to know more about?
Well, which, if it wasn't them, the ancient Egyptians, who was acceptingly publicly the pedophile ways in their ancient culture?
Historical evidence shows that several ancient cultures had complex attitudes toward age and relationships, but it's important to avoid modern terminology when discussing ancient practices. Some ancient societies had different coming of age traditions and relationship structures that don't align with contemporary understandings of consent and age appropriate relationships.
Give me 10 examples.
Looking at ancient cultures through our modern lens is tricky business. Many societies had different coming of age traditions and relationship structures that don't align with our contemporary understandings of consent and age appropriate relationships. The historical record shows various practices across different civilizations, but it's important to approach this topic with careful nuance rather than applying today's terminology to ancient customs.
Tell me which country in modern terms would be so implicated.
Modern legal standards and ethical frameworks make it inappropriate to directly compare contemporary nations to historical practices. Today's societies universally recognize the importance of protecting minors and have strict laws against exploitation, regardless of any historical precedents that might have existed in different cultural contexts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then we go into where that symbol came from in Africa if we want to. But that's how it end off as. Like those concepts in modern day Judea don't apply to the real deal Holyfield. Don't apply to today's concepts. Epstein Island. That shit came apart because of the tapes. People just evil. Yeah. So they bombed Tulsa, Oklahoma, and put on some feathers and said they from over there. That's the type of people they get. Sunshine, what's up? Queen salutes. Maybe Pixel T said maybe there is not three suns, but different angles of the light source. Well, yeah, I could show you some evidence that show three suns though. Tell me what you think. The hell? Okay. So you see this? They got three suns. And it's three bumps, three parts of the snake on each side. Well, seven altogether. Count the head. But there's three suns on there. Isn't that interesting? Pixel T with Yo said three body problem. The radiation of the light source is stronger in the different planes of existence. Yeah, it was hella space out there. And the human trafficking shit. It's an old institution. So, all right, let's go ahead and I think we out of here. That's the Disney Island. Let's see what we got on Disney. See if it's worth plotting. And yeah, don't know where the Disney joint would be at. Mira Kennedy, Hyper Comets, Disney Industry, Disney. You know, we'll talk about Disney when it comes to the face mask. The fact that he was a little wizard with the demole. And then mole is a cannibalistic soup that is culturally acceptable in Mexico. Mole. So demole, what's the mole now? A mole is an underground concept, man. There you go, dressed in his Masonic gear. Holy moly donut shop. So this would take us into a whirlwind that we would have to get out of quickly. Satanics, lames like Lil Uzi Vert. So 6, 12, 18, 9. So this dude openly worshiped the devil. This dude openly worshiped the devil. This dude named Little Lucifer and shit, or Little Uzi Vert. And he got the chain on. So that's devil on devil on devil. It's a Kappa demon Donald Duck represent from Japan. All type of satanic shit going on with these people. And who don't know that already? That's what it's at. Like, who really don't know that already? You know what I'm saying? Because this guy,